Welcome back. With patio season finally here in Minnesota, there is a chance that you are hitting your favorite breweries, but you may have a problem if you're trying to take your favorite brew home with you. Tonight I spoke with Dan Schwarz about the movement called Free the Growler and about Minnesota's confusing liquor laws. What is the Free the Growler movement?
Well, all the controversy surrounds this vessel. Typically, a growler is a glass jug holding about 64 ounces of beer. We can also sell growlers, which are a smaller form factor, and they are a can. So when we say growler, we're meaning this jug and those smaller vessels.
It looks friendly enough. Why the movement to free it?
Well, currently Minnesota has an exception to the three-tier system, which allows breweries to sell beer to go direct to the consumers. So when people come into our tap rooms, they try a flight of beer, they pick out their favorite, and many times they'll bring a growler home with them to share with their friends and family. What's happening, though, is we have several breweries who have grown past that growler cap where they can no longer sell growlers to the public. Liftbridge is approaching that growler cap, and so we expect by the end of 2021, we probably will be in the same boat as Fulton, Surly, and Shells.
What is the cap? And do you have to be pretty big to meet it, or you have to be a name that most people know?
The growler cap is 20,000 barrels of beer produced on an annual basis. So while that's bigger than some breweries, we are definitely well below the largest craft breweries in the United States. By comparison, Sam Adams produces almost 6 million barrels of beer a year, and we're approaching 20,000 barrels.
So essentially in a tap room, you can sell the growlers, those, basically giant cans, not the growlers if you make above a certain amount. Explain to us why that is part of the rules in the first place, as you understand it.
Well, kind of a little bit of a brief history on why this happened. After Prohibition ended in 1933, alcohol regulations were handed to the states. And part of that, they created separation of the tiers, or the three-tier system. So manufacturers or breweries, distributors, and then retailers. So the idea is that people are not supposed to participate in those different tiers. But certainly a lot has changed over the last 100 years, not only in the beer world, but certainly in the world in general. And consumers expect when they go to a tap room to be able to have a growler to go.
In an ideal world, what are you pushing for? Are you pushing to raise that cap, or what is the solution?
Yeah, we're looking to remove that cap. There is still a limit in place that limits how much breweries can actually sell to go in a given year. So that protects the retailers and our distributors from a single brewery selling too much direct to the consumer. In fact, our alliance group, 98% of all the beer that we sell goes through the three-tier system and through our retail partners.
Essentially, you're saying the solution is just giving more people options on what size they want to buy. It's not going to change the amount of beer that you would necessarily sell, or does it?
Yeah, so once you hit 20,000 barrels of beer, you can no longer sell growlers or growlers to the public. You just have to stop it completely. So if you went to Castle Danger on this fine afternoon, you could not go home with a growler of beer from Castle Danger, because they went over that 20,000 barrel limit 2 years ago.
Why the opposition to eliminating this growler cap?
Well, opponents suggest that growler sales at breweries are a threat to the three-tier system, which is simply not true. I mentioned 98% of our beer goes through the three-tier system. And if the amount of beer that would be sold by allowing all of the breweries in Minnesota to sell growlers, that'd be roughly 1/20th of 1% of the beer sold in Minnesota. So it's really statistically impossible for growlers, for all of us, to take down the three-tier system.
Let's talk about our neighbors and sort of what the rules are in our neighboring states.
Yeah, there are over 8,000 craft breweries in the United States, and only 5 of them can't sell some type of beer to go to consumers. And those 5 happen to be in Minnesota. So we are definitely out of step with not only our neighbors, but nationwide, we're out of step for sure. And we know in Wisconsin, they have a cap on beer sales to go, and that's 300,000 barrels. So what we're looking for of 250,000 barrels, certainly well within what our neighbors are doing.
Are you guys gaining any traction on this? Where does it stand at the Capitol? What kind of feedback are you getting from lawmakers?
Yeah, I would say the good news is that this issue is really bipartisan. We have supporters from the DFL and the GOP caucuses. In fact, lots and lots of fans. Awesome momentum. Every time I talk to people, they wonder why hasn't this already passed? So we're definitely seeing a lot of momentum, and there's already some talks about a potential deal. I'm hoping that those talks will go well, and that hopefully before the end of the session, common sense will prevail, and we can come to an arrangement that helps all Minnesota breweries.
How can people support you guys if they want to be able to come into your Minnesota, location and bring home a growler? You're saying, take to social media, and there's some other ways people can support you.
The biggest way is to just give your legislator a call and find out where they stand on this issue. And if they don't support it, ask them to support freeing the growler. So if you're on social media, you can use the hashtag #FreeTheGrowler. And if you'd like more information, you can go to supportmnbreweries.com.
And you will find the latest at the state capitol on WCCO.com. We'll be right back.